Hi everybody, this caboose and the depots I'm going to show you were in Tillsonburg, Ontario. I drove over to go to Otter Valley Railroad, the big hobby shop there, which is very nice. A lot of stuff there. Really enjoyed my trip. People there were very friendly too. So went into the depots. The one on the left, Brick Depot, that's the original location. The other one was moved to this spot. And they were joined, and now it's an arts center. It was, again, a really nice place to go. So if you're in Tillsonburg, check it out. After that, went over to Ontario Southland Railroad Shops. Of course, it's closed. It's sort of out in the country. Couldn't really get a lot of good pictures without trespassing, but they've got some neat stuff there. So from that point, I'd asked some guys at the hobby shop a good place to watch trains, and they suggested Brantford, Ontario on Canadian National. So it's Saturday, about noon. I'm in Brantford, Ontario at the Via Rail CN station. And there's another guy here going to film something, so hopefully he knows more than I do. That means there's going to be a train coming. There's the other end of the depot, and I assume you can see it is snowing and windy, about 40 degrees. The guy with the tripod setup said there'll be a passenger train coming in about 10 or 15 minutes, and probably a couple freights coming one each way within the next hour. So we're trying to hang out here as long as I can. There's a westbound train, which basically means it's heading toward London, Ontario, and Windsor, Ontario. So all three freight trains I saw were mixed trains, so I recorded the whole thing. Lots of fallen flags, Illinois Central, Grand Trunk Western, British Columbia Rail, things like that. And also a lot of new cars without a speck of graffiti on them. westbound, headed toward London, Ontario, and Windsor, Ontario, which is across the river from Detroit. No, I was turned around. It was eastbound. And this passenger train is also eastbound, so we're heading toward Toronto. The lady on the right worked at the depot, extremely friendly, extremely helpful. Here's another eastbound mixed freight. There weren't any DPUs on these, maybe because it's so flat up here, but there were some fairly long trains. As you can see, I'm hanging out on the covered part of the depot because it breaks the wind. Behind me, there's another building, I guess maybe a freight house. It was really windy, really cold, and I probably would not have lasted as long if Steve hadn't been there. Because Steve had one of those programs on his phone. He could pull it up, and it showed where the trains were. So he could say, hey, there's a westbound train coming. It's going to be here in about 10 minutes. And that was a huge help. If I did more rail vanning, I'd probably definitely want to have that. see Steve here, and Steve does not have a coat because literally he took his coat off and gave it to a homeless person. So, super nice guy. Really enjoyed meeting him and his wife. So this is the last train we're going to watch, and it is a westbound. So this was it for me. I was only there over an hour, but I was freezing to death. I did not bring the right clothes. I didn't anticipate getting this cold in April in Canada. So tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit warmer, so I do intend to go back to the same spot. And it's about 40 minutes from hotel and where I work, so it's not like a easy drive. Everybody stay safe.